Your phone's on live for that. Thank God.
It's so smoky. Oh, wait, there we go. Hello. Hi.
I have an ashtray right here.
I know, I didn't notice that just now. I was like, ah, shit. Are we really live?
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Goals.
I'm Joe. And you know me.
Yeah, we're
You
setting shit
know
on
us.
fire.
Come on.
Lauren's like right
Y'all
now.
know us. It's cool. I don't care. It's all for the sake of the set.
And the new people who might have actually stumbled across our page on accident. Sorry, welcome.
Hola.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're glad to see there's already a couple of people waiting for us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone, for waiting for us so patiently.
And thank you to everybody who joined us this morning while we were having coffee.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was really nice.
That
Really
was
enjoyed that.
fun. I enjoyed that. I really appreciate everyone for sticking with us for that. It was a very planned event.
We were thinking of you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Not working? It's pretty though. Alright, questions, comments, concerns off the bat, maybe?
Oh, I'm very
There are some concerns.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm asking.
I'm very concerned with the both of you right now. Yeah, it's concerning, but at the same time, Wheel says, "Hey everybody, that was fun indeed earlier today."
Thank you for joining us, Greg.
He's awesome. He's an awesome guy.
Yes.
Then Miguel's gonna do a little bit of sharing, so I can make sure we get the
Awesome,
word
thank you.
out.
Oh my God,
Please,
Miguel.
please share on YouTube.
Yes, hit that follow button so that way you guys get a notification.
Notification bell.
Gary says hello, ladies and crew of awesomeness. Oh, thank you. Nice.
Aw, you're being like way too nice to Miguel
What's so
right
funny,
now.
though?
And the next one's a funny one. Richard chimes in with, "Hello everyone, did you get your Puni yoga in today?"
That
That's fucking,
one I posted.
yeah.
That was so stupid. I didn't even have to read the article. No, that was complete utter retardedness.
I was like, oh wait, it's just orange juice. What's going
Just
on?
orange. I know, I gotta put it over there. I was like, well, I'm sure you got it.
Of course.
Here, don't need to do that.
There we go, much better.
So yeah, this week, real quick, we're talking about the
Mandela
Effect. So you guys think about, if for those of you who are familiar with it, maybe think of some stuff you guys can share with us we may not cover later on in the show.
I think we already talked about that, didn't we?
Was that?
We did that. We did an episode called the Mandela Effect.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
We've been trying to.
It was the Mandala Effect. Sorry.
No, I remember that. It boggles my mind.
Sorry, I had to do that stupid joke sooner or later. It had to happen.
That's all right. No, we don't
What?
expect.
It's kind of blind.
Miss Joe, I have a question for you.
Oh shit! I might have answered.
Would you rather
Oh.
have dementia at 40, but only remember the movie Hereditary?
Oh Jesus.
Or would you rather have to watch the same movie on repeat up to the age of 40, and then after that you're free and you can do whatever you want, watch whatever you want?
I will take the movie up until I'm 40. Not just because I hate Hereditary that much. I don't hate Hereditary that much. There was a couple of scenes in there I was like, whoa, that was fucking badass. I've never seen that in a horror movie before, or whatever the fuck he wants to call it. I don't give a shit, it's horror to me, but there were some parts I thought that was really, really cool. But I lived with my dad for a long time, and it was like we watched The Hunt for Red October like every single night for like 3 months, and then we watched like Die Hard every single night for a month. So it's like I'm kind of used to the repetition of watching the same movie. So I think I'll just take I'll play it on repeat, boss. What about you? Sorry, no, you're fine. Try not to burn my house.
You're like fire. I chose the dementia because I feel like if I have dementia, I'm not gonna fucking know that I have it anymore.
That's true.
I'm not gonna remember.
And you can just dislike
And I'm gonna
Hereditary
die
over and over
early.
again.
And I'm gonna die early, and it's gonna be funny.
Yeah. All bueno then.
Either way, you're screwed.
Wheel said that Karate Kid is the main one I know, headband is really the lotus flower, but always remember the red sun. So I think he would just choose to watch the Karate Kid over and over again.
Oh yeah, do we get to choose the movie? Or is it
No,
just a
you don't
random-
get to choose the movie.
Okay.
It's the movie Hereditary.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
shit.
So I
That's the
gotta
Would You
watch.
Rather. So that
Oh,
one doesn't count.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well you said
That's
the
why
same
this
movie.
one sucks.
I got.
Ooh.
Like Lauren's. This would be Lauren's different examples of hell every week. It's not Would You
Damn.
Rather. It's this is your
Lauren's
options in
Inferno.
hell. Yeah.
Oh,
These are your options in hell. What would you like, darling?
I don't like it.
Either way, you're fucked. Welcome.
Pick your poison. I'm trying to pick really hard ones.
That one's
No,
pretty
I
good.
like that one. That's pretty good.
But Richard says he's over 40, so he'll take the second one.
Nah,
So
you can't
bypassed
cheat.
it.
You can't cheat.
Well, hey, okay. So if you're already in your 40s, I would say go 20 years up.
Fair.
Figure out that one.
Ooh. And Trevor asked,
No, there are no loopholes. I'm
never.
not
in
gonna
hell.
let there be loopholes.
There's not loopholes in hell, just slightly shittier options.
This one kind of hits towards the Mandela Effect question right off the bat, though. If you guys want to answer this now or wait till later, but Trevor asks, "What is your opinion? What is the Mandela Effect to you?"
Honestly, me anyway, I think I'd rather answer that one later because mine kind of goes into a little spiel.
Okay.
Tangent alert. Yeah. That's not. Are you okay?
Yeah, the chair went back more than I
You're
thought it was.
sure?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm alive.
We don't have insurance on you yet. But
Just
we don't
life
have
insurance.
Pump your brakes, sir.
Oh.
Oh yes, thank you.
We are doing a giveaway. Yeah, we're doing
We're going to be giving out a set of posters, which means you'll get one of myself and one of Miss Lauren autographed with the marijuana. It'll be a fan.
And me, it won't be these exactly. There'll be new ones and not all touched and wrinkled up.
Yeah, no, not those. Those are extra loads. But they'll be signed. And, oh yes, for the Enrique's baby.
Yeah. Okay. So we have, for those of you that have been following us for a while, we have Enrique, our caged cat. He's like the caged bird in the corner that we have occasionally.
We love them.
I bought one that's an uncaged Enrique Jr. So the one who comes up with the best name for this guy gets a poster of each of us. They get 2 posters. Yes. So come up with the name. We're going to be picking the winner probably at the end of the night.
Yes.
So, or at the end of the show, I would think.
Yeah. You guys have plenty of time to get them in there. So if you can think of something for Enrique's baby, we'd like to hear it. Make it cool. Because we like naming shit around here. Cute.
Oh, thank you, Miss Ty. I don't know if she's watching or if she's going to be watching, but thank you so much for the shoot earlier today and last night. Those will be coming soon.
I'm excited for last night's special.
So excited. Oh, man. We finally are going to get some very, very new content for Instagram.
Yeah.
I know we've been kind of slacking on things here and there. We've been posting stuff, but it's so fucking hot.
Yeah, it's summer.
Trying to shoot. If you don't have, a place to go.
Yeah, according to the weather, how the weather permits, and locations. And
Nobody wants to shoot with clothes on when it's 105 degrees.
No, every shoot I've gone to, I've been naked. And, I'm behind the
I
camera.
was wondering how you were pulling all those off.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, they really frown upon it when I'm doing the portraits for Sunday at the church. But
Yeah, some of the
What?
pastors are a little pretty.
whatever, Father
People
Mulcahy.
in there and they're ready to party. So,
So we have so much wine in Catholic Church. Everyone's drunk.
well, it's wrong. Bring things wrong. I like having communion wine's been fermented so long. This shit's older than Jesus.
Ooh, delicious.
Jackson.
just like these fucking like wafer crackers things. Show. Miguel, you had some stuff you wanted to talk about, right? Before I went into my deal.
Yeah, I did have it's not anytime soon, or it's not a recent topic, but I wanted to bring up to your attention. There's a case from the Satanic Panic that actually showed up through Bakersfield. I thought it'd be perfect for you guys. That there was a case of about 30 people being accused in Bakersfield, and none of them did anything to any kids, but because of people panicking and public outlash, police officers were just but the police were just like leading these kids like, so where did they touch you, and like just trying to get them answers. Yeah, until they.
Where did they touch you?
And
then we'll give you candy. So they basically put these people in jail. No conspiracy theory, opposite of that. But a bunch of innocent people were put in jail. And more than that, they were given ridiculous sentences. I mean, collectively, I think they got 1,000 years worth of prison time for 30 people. And the last one to be released was in 2013. And that was the last like actual what's what I'm looking for when you're taken out of prison. Not exonerated. Like not exonerated, but when your record's cleared.
Expunge.
Yeah, I think like
expunge your record.
Something like that. But like they literally they removed them out of jail. Yeah, it's bugging me.
Yeah, if anybody knows.
1,000 years worth of collective. Okay. That's ridiculous.
I think, to be honest, in the first place, if you think someone deserves 1,000 years worth of time in prison, why don't you just fucking kill them?
Right, exactly. Like just save.
Why waste fucking time 1,000 years? Okay, of course, you know they're not gonna live that long. If you think that they deserve some sort of death penalty, because that's basically what it is. If you're adding up all those charges together, that's essentially what it is. Why wouldn't you just kill them?
Well, I'm wondering.
Just save the taxpayers some money.
Right. I'm wondering though, because I'm glad he brought this up because it kind of like rolls into a little bit of my strange news. But with him saying that in that situation, for that situation, I'm wondering if it was the cops were trying to get people to cover their asses in a sense, you know what I mean? Like getting these kids to say it so it takes some attention off of them. Maybe not the police per se. Maybe the police. I don't know. Shit's fucking wonky in the world and we're always finding new shit out. It's horrible. But other than that, I really don't see, like, why would they do something like there has to be a reason why they would do something like that. You know what I mean? Whether it's to get some kind of notoriety in the media for having a town that has this many people who are, linked to a pedophilia type deal, or if they're trying to cover their ass, or what. But why would you, there's always a reason for something. Right. People don't just do shit. Well, I mean, never mind. Some people do shit just to do shit. But there's always a reason for something. Mm-hmm. So I'm just very curious on what that might be. I'd like to look into that a little more. So, and with that said,
Did we do a weather report?
It's fucking hot. It's hot as balls.
Fucking sucks.
It was 92 degrees at 10:30 this morning. Sucks. Because I was downtown, I thought, you know what? Hang on real quick. Okay.
Peanut's not here. He's usually relaxing for me. So he's not having it.
So I gotta do a little dance. I gotta do a little shake.
Wouldn't it be nice if the weather people just came out and just said, "Nah, fuck it sucks out there. Stay inside."
Yeah, no, that would be totally helpful. They're just like, "Nah, fuck this shit."
So yeah, just don't go outside.
Don't have AC, keep your ass in your house.
Don't hug your loved ones. It's too hot for that bullshit. Just stay away.
Exactly. But
my pores are too sensitive for you to be rubbing your sweat all over them. Please do not make me break out. Fucking kill you.
Don't touch me. It's so hot.
Gary,
Don't touch me.
That time right. Don't touch me.
Gary actually. Yep. Gary in Vegas beats us by 5 degrees. It's 110 over there.
Arizona.
That's dry.
Somewhat, right?
Yeah, I think
Sometimes, but their heat is different than our heat. they got more of a drier desert heat.
That's a dry.
We have at least a little tiny bit of humidity, which I much as I don't like humid weather, I'd rather have a little bit of humidity with a breeze because you're not drying out. At least you get some little, like, what they call, like, little water molecules on you that dries you off a little bit with the cools you with the breeze. I don't know, that's my theory. I just don't have whatever. Failed college 3 times. I lied, dropped out, I graduated once, whatever.
Great.
But yes. But with all that, the pedophilia and the accusations and the children and the whatnots,
Children?
yes, I saw this today and I'm going to talk about it because it absolutely fucking bugs me. It bugs me to my core. I know there was for a long time the hashtag Me Too deal, and it got blown up, and a lot of people went a little too fucking far with that shit, I will say, because some people were really not, assault victims, and they claimed to be because somebody said something.
There were,
Don't get me wrong.
good intentions behind it.
There were good
Of course.
intentions, and I'm not discounting people who are actually victimized.
However,
that is a horrible ordeal. And
People did abuse it.
yes, people did abuse it, just like a lot of other shit in the system. Right. But this case, how we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, and I brought it up because the new shit came out today. He had 23 kind of like late claim victims, if you call it that. Like as soon as the main chick came out, but she came out years ago trying to tell. Oh, what was her name? Starts with a C. Chatrice. How do you say her name?
Trees. Are you making people up?
No, she's blonde. She was like the massage therapist that was like hired when she was super young, and he like sent her to college and her sister to college and was trying to have a baby. I've been watching a lot. Don't judge my life.
I was kidding, by the way.
No, I know.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that.
Oh,
Okay.
Jeez.
I talk shit.
But Jeffrey Epstein, he was actually arrested in like the early to mid 2000s for a child sex ring type thing. But he was able to come in and out of the prison as he pleased, check in and go to work and do normal things, and an inmate was not allowed to do. Now, a lot of that shit, he got off because of somebody who currently works in high up government right now. Like one of Trump's guys, I forget his name. Rios? Is it supposed to be Rios? Acosta? I don't fucking know. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out follow the story, not the names. Anyway, he had 23 late claim victims, basically, saying, yes, I was a part of that. I have proof, this and that. And they very much do. They all made, I guess it was basically like a combined claim together. And since he killed himself in a cell, his estate is kind of up for, they're going to sell this shit off, obviously.
Of course.
And then whatever's left in his estate that's not willed to anybody, I'm sure it's going to be divided, would have been divided amongst these people if they had won. But a Florida state judge said, he's dead, justice served, you guys can go home.
Oh.
Basically dismissed the entire fucking case and gave them nothing. Florida.
So, of course.
Right? That's my first thought was Florida. Second guess was, and I'm thinking his money was tied up in, because he signed the will 2 days before he killed himself in a cell. And even the girls, even the main girl who came out years ago, she's even saying no, a lot of us don't believe that he killed himself, because even there are some lawyers that were on Epstein's side saying that it doesn't look like the autopsy report, what we're being told, it contradicts what the report said.
Yeah.
Because it is more like he was assaulted and was murdered by somebody. He didn't hang himself. I don't know. I think he was murdered. I think it was set up. I think he thought he was going to get away with it.
Mark says he thinks that he's alive somewhere.
Like
and
Tupac.
he's free. I don't believe that. But I don't believe that he committed suicide.
I don't believe he committed suicide.
I don't believe that he's alive. I believe he's dead.
I think 98%.
Yeah.
I think 98% he's dead. But there is a tiny, tiny little spark in the back of my head.
0.002.
Yeah, that goes, but you know what? I don't want to dismiss that completely, because what if we were fooled? What if he was?
Chappelle.
Because
Everyone thought
right?
he was
He
dead.
was just an alpha hitting it up. So
He's hitting on the guys now.
oh, he's getting a lot of shit. I haven't seen Six and Some yet.
I
I've heard shit
haven't
about
seen it
it
either, but I've heard that he's getting a lot of shit. And it's like, Dave
But that's
Chappelle,
the
really?
thing.
Come on.
But this, yeah.
He should be the least controversial.
But with the internet and all that other shit, when they're doing like these segments where they're saying, oh, so and so said this, so and so did that, I think a lot of it is propaganda. I think a lot of it is hype. I think a lot of the shit that's pushed out in media is what the agenda wants us to push through. It's a proven fact that this happened, and this I'll get into this a little bit later on in the show when we get into the subject. But there's a project or operation that I have always been super intrigued with, and it's called Operation Mockingbird.
Oh shit.
And
So,
no. This is what I think the Mandela Effect is related to. It's my own like from shit that I know.
okay, cool, because all I have is like basically different scenarios.
No, that's cool. I have that too. But I just, as I was watching more of it and like the more updated stuff of it, it started like clicking shit in my head from all the other stuff that I've watched on, especially CIA declassified experiments. And it started like it took me a minute to remember what the name of it was. I was like, it's not Monarch, it's not this one, it's not that. What the fuck is it?
Mockingbird, of course, because like the whole premise of this thing is to mirror something.
Yeah.
that he tweets.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
repeat what I'm saying. Repeat what I'm saying.
Like
to you
in a mirror, it is the same, but the image is like swapped almost.
I mean, Mockingbird. Don't everybody haven't you heard?
Mockingbird.
I every time I hear mine, I love that song. See, I'm not alone. See, not alone on this one.
I'm just thinking of Dumb and Dumber when they're in the van and they're singing the fucking song.
Right?
And he got all into it.
Fucking awesome.
Jim Carrey is hilarious in that movie. Sorry, do you have anything else?
Okay, real
Watch
quick.
is not in there anymore.
One question. Do you think he's crazy? Do you think he's crazy?
Jim Carrey?
Yeah. Do you think he's crazy now, or do you think he's like
Yes.
kind of almost?
I think he's lost something. I think don't get me
I don't
wrong.
want to believe it.
He's
I
a-
don't wanna believe it.
I know. I love him too. Don't get me wrong. I love him. He is. Have you seen like his paintings and like artwork that he's done? He does amazing fucking art. He is an amazing, talented person.
Well, I've
all
heard
around.
different from a lot of different people. I love just reading stuff, whatever. Like you have to be kind of crazy
Right.
to be so
Creative,
talented
yeah.
that you're just like.
Yeah. But he is though. I mean, I don't know. He may
Probably
be.
nuts.
He may be so smart that it makes him nuts because that some people they have gone crazy from being so fucking
And you know
smart.
what? Just, I mean, maybe it's a fun.
It might be. That's actually I kind of think
Or
that
like
shit's
a
cool anymore
personality
because you are
disorder.
smarter. Because a lot of autistic people are a lot smarter in different ways than we are. Like it's like whoa, we never thought of that.
Wow.
Or you know, like I said, or it could be.
It's crazy or awesome.
No.
I'm sipping on the booze too.
Personality disorder.
Oh yeah. Like some kind
of
of a mental clip. I don't want to say mental disorder. I mean, I know what that is. What it is. I just call it clip.
their disorder.
Yeah. It is, but I just
Like just
I just
because
wanna
you're
play.
you're not doing well in one area of your brain. Right. I mean, there's a disorder, and that's sort of the brain, but maybe it could be.
yeah. No, I got you. I just think it sounds nice to say clip. Not that I'm triggered by that word or shit.
Richard said that he met an actor once that worked with Jim Carrey, and he refuses to work with him again. Just straight up will not work with him.
I've heard a lot of people like don't like want to work with him because he's kind of arrogant or just weird. Yeah. There was oh my god, what actress was that? He was like sending like videos to or some shit saying like
Oh, Emma Stone.
Emma Stone,
He was
yes.
obsessed with her.
Yes. That's what made me start thinking like, okay, you might be off a little bit. Just a smidge. But he's still very talented, he's still very creative, and I haven't heard any weird bull crap about him, diddling babies or nothing yet. So what's
Diddling babies.
Yeah, love you.
No baby diddling at all. Thank goodness.
No baby dids.
Here's a two-part question for you guys. How many people were in the car when JFK was assassinated?
They say 4, and they also say
I
3.
thought there were 3 other people.
Well, they're saying total in the vehicle.
Oh, 4 total.
Yeah,
I
it's supposed
thought.
to be Jackie,
His wife, and then because I heard interviews talking about how. Oh wait, no, the driver. So there would be 5. Because there would be the couple, the driver, right? Unless
the
one
driver,
of
the
couple.
governor. It was the driver, the governor, JFK, and Jackie.
Oh, Peanut wants to join now. You gotta come over here.
Oh,
Was
no,
it-
it's gone.
Wasn't there Secret Service inside the car as well?
That's what I thought.
So maybe 5. That's why I thought 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the driver, and then their friends, like the husband, wife, whatever, and then them 2.
Yeah.
No, that's totally not how it is now.
But I don't know.
But here's the second part, because we don't know that. Or do we talk about the black car behind it now instead of the 2 motorcycles? I remember there being 2 motorcycles
Yeah,
behind it.
because it was the car, there was a serviceman walking, and there was 2 motorcycles, and the part of the brigade, and then there was a black vehicle behind it. Because when he got shot and he went back, Jackie jumped up to grab his shit, and there was a Secret Service man running up
Yeah,
between to help her, and he ended up like jumping in the vehicle, didn't he?
car.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he jumped in, but
Wait,
I
he jumped
remember just seeing him. No, we did an episode on
We did do that
on
was last
JFK
summer.
stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that was like a year ago.
Cool.
I don't think he was alone. I don't think Oswald was alone. I think there was another shooter.
Speaking of a death, though, so unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh shit! Which one did you get this week? Because I saw a shit ton of them.
Oh,
Oh shit! I was like, yeah.
For those of you that might be new, or for those sharing to people, please let them know that I do make fun of people that die every week because they do stupid things. They die in stupid ways. Yeah, basically they deserve it. So, 21-year-old captain of James Madison University rugby team in Virginia, September 19th, 2003, he was at a party. He decided to take 2 of his friends in a canoe down Black Run Stream to his house. So they were going to float down the stream from the party to his house, which was 8 miles away. This was during a hurricane. Hurricane Isabel. He was like, "Oh yeah, this shit's gonna be badass."
Oh wait, that wasn't like
Basically.
super long ago, huh?
Wait, 2003, Hurricane
Okay.
Isabel,
Okay,
In-
that was long ago.
Virginia. Okay, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna ride the fucking stream to
Hold
my
the
house
beer.
from the party."
Hold my beer.
Winds were at 50 miles per hour at this point.
shit.
There was about a foot of rain in the valley. So the second the canoe hit the water, it fucking capsized. And it fucking floated for a minute. And his friends made it, but the captain of the rugby team did not. Haha, fucking idiot. It's a fucking hurricane.
Oh, and he's taking all those people into that shit. That is stupid.
His
You could have
friend-
killed so many people.
No. His friends are stupid too.
For getting in it, yeah.
They're lucky that they lived. Like, I wouldn't have felt sorry for
That's
them either. Because that's fucking stupid.
No, that is true. There's still these like big assholes who are like, this'll fucking work. Let's go, boys. Like fucking right way.
Well, it's like people in the Kern River. They get told all the time, stay out of the Kern River.
Yes,
And
I
then
know.
there
It
wa-
happens every year.
There was a like semi-famous rapper that died in the river this year over the summer. Like, oh man, it's so sad. And it's like,
It'll probably be right.
almost done.
The red bar on the
The little bar on my live stream is at the end. Like, it's going to end.
Oh no, it's because it was writing it as it's going. So it technically
okay, I'm
is.
just curious. Like,
Like-
we're not going to shit on it?
No. Like right now is the end of the video. No, right now. But right now. And right now is the end of the video. And then again right now.
They're like,
I'm not done making fun of people.
No, YouTube, they know what they're doing. Yeah, they'll make sure we can go as long as you want. We can go for days without actually ending the stream. I was actually gonna like wait until we had like I was gonna wait until we did 24 episodes on here and then get them all together and then just put them in a continuous feed.
Well, don't tell them.
Well, they can know. It's not a secret.
Let's make it a secret, though. Come on.
Make it a satanic ritual and sacrifice some chickens.
I know you ruined it.
Where's Frankie?
Where is Frank?
Unless he can see.
Dude, what?
What?
Wait,
Ah,
I can't see.
yeah, you can't see in the dark. So you know what? Turn the lights off, and you're gonna be on our level. So
Turn the lights off.
Yeah.
And bury me.
God dang it.
I can't see the others.
oh my gosh, I'm going back to some comments over
I'm
here.
bad at night driving, not gonna lie.
Naveed, I'm getting away from your seeing problems. Naveed says, scary movie. There was a scene where Shorty used to say, "I see white people," and it was hilarious.
We talked about scary movies today.
Oh my
Like,
god,
when
again.
they rolled him up and they smoked him. It was like,
What this time?
we actually
Oh my
did. We
God.
talked about that today. That's funny.
Well, and then he says, though, now if you look at it, he says, "I see dead people," and it's not even parodied anymore. It just says the line from the other movie.
He always said, "I see white people."
I see white people, which was hilarious
Yes.
because white people are everywhere. Joe,
They're always in people's fucking business. Miguel.
I'm technically brown
You're
sometimes.
technically
Brown people are always in everyone's business. Can we talk about that? For a second?
Seriously,
You are
tell
a
my
vanilla
mom,
cheesecake.
God.
I will call you a vanilla cheesecake because you're just thick white with a little bit of brown crust on the bottom.
I was like, I'm white on the outside, even whiter when you get to the middle,
Just even on the top, you're just white.
and creamy and delicious. Thank you.
I see.
And we have some very positive feedback
Also,
for.
has anyone chosen a name?
We got
for
one.
our Junior, please.
We got one in here. I will go to it. Call the bird Rupert Incarnate.
Rupert.
I love the name Rupert, by the way, so that's a winner for me, like already off the bat. But we have, two people who are totally down for a Girls Gore and Gin marathon, or 24-hour stream. So it
Oh
is.
my god, New Year's.
Oh yeah, let's take New Year's off and just run freaking marathons.
Fuck yeah.
Pop in from time to time. Hey, drunk guys.
Oh my God. Who are these?
Everyone take turns on
Happy New Year.
Aw. Here's a good one, too. Call him Gory.
Corey.
Gory the bird.
Julia.
Corey.
Was it the wedding singer? Julia.
Oh, God.
I love that movie.
And then,
Oh my God.
Richard, we don't need to name it that. That's a terrible name for a bird.
Yeah, we get.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I hooked over his side.
Alright, so, for those that don't know what the Mandela Effect actually means, it is based off of Nelson Mandela. A ton of people thought that he died in prison in the 80s.
Yes.
And thousands of people believed this. They actually were like, yeah, he died in prison. Nobody knew that he was alive.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
Back when what was it? South Africa was like segregation on steroids.
No.
Yeah.
Where they were just like basically like beating the shit. And
He was
locking up anybody.
an African activist, right?
Yeah, he was an a human rights activist, more or less.
He was more of a nationalist because,
Or
like, he would be willing to put someone in a tire and light the tire on fire.
That's an extremist.
He did good for his people.
Yeah, no, he did. He totally did.
It was the shit.
That was his official
but
title.
Basically, that's how this kind of where the name came from.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I even thought Nelson Mandela had died in the early 90s when he was in prison. He was in prison he spent 27 years in a South African prison. And then in 1994, when he was released, he actually became the president of South Africa. And people were like, wait, what? Okay. And then it kind of like was not really that big of a deal for a while.
It was
And then-
a meme a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, he died. He actually died in 2013.
And then people were like, really?
Yeah,
Are
they're
you
like,
sure?
yeah, they're like, no, wait. I remember Nelson Mandela dying in a prison in South Africa in the early 90s because people were even saying, like, thousands of people were saying, no, his wife made like a speech at the memorial. We saw tons of news coverage on it. I was talking about it with my friends, and then all of a sudden it was like, nope, that never happened. You're all fucking crazy. And then also the Mandela Effect, they now call it collective false memory.
Really?
Yes. So
For nerds.
Yeah, for nerds. So apparently we all have the same memory, but it is completely false. Whatever.
It's collective false memory, like they tried to do with 9/11.
Right? Jesus. Well, a lot of things. A lot of shit. A lot of shit. Right.
Did I say that? Demonetized. Oh, we're not. Trust me, we're not famous. They don't give a shit about this yet.
Very true. Wait till we get like Mark Duddy status and shit. We're not having this.
Cancelled.
Denied. Red stamp.
It watched like 5 years when we actually get famous. They're like, what's control?
I thought it was just like super massive unsubscribe. Right?
Oh God.
A few popular Mandela effects. I'll just name them off. I won't really explain it because I'm sure you got some too that you'll like jump in with some info on. Excuse me. Star Wars has one. Star Wars has a couple actually. The Berenstein Bears.
Oh God.
Jim Peanut Butter, The Monopoly Man, Nelson Mandela, like we spoke of. The movie Forrest Gump, Curious George, The Color Chartreuse. There's all kinds of shit that is in effect of the Mandela effect, if you would. So, and there's a lot of interesting shit, and I don't know, I've not really heard a lot of people say that, oh no, I know it the way it is now. I've heard a lot of people say, oh no, that's how I heard it originally. So, and I don't know, sometimes I want to say that maybe the company just secretly kind of split, so with companies, that is. It's not necessarily like movies and things that have happened.
Okay, well, one movie that I do want to mention is the Hello Clarice. He never says Hello Clarice.
That was one of the Mandela effects, but I've known that since I was little too. It's Hello Clarice, it's with two again. That's what I've always known it as. That's what I've always seen it as.
But I don't think he ever said that either.
That's how I've always seen it. Hello Clarice.
Hello Clarice. That's what a lot of people think, but he never says that.
Well, a lot of people say that Darth Vader doesn't say, Luke, I'm your father. He
No,
says,
he doesn't
no,
say that
I'm your
either.
father. He does say, Luke, I am your father. I've watched Star Wars since I was fucking 4 years old. He says, Luke, I am your father, because that was the pivotal point in the entire fucking movie. That was the shock that hits him. It's like, whoa.
No.
He says, Luke, I am your father.
He says, Luke, I'm your friggin' papa. Get over and give me a hug.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I'm your daddy.
Yeah.
I did.
Then,
And then his mom was like, ah!
Yeah.
She ran into the bathroom.
fucking Maury
And then
pops
the cameras
out.
followed her, and she was like,
Oh, like Maury.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
threw herself
Oh
on
my
the
God.
ground, and she was kicking.
The audience is like booing and cheering at the same time.
And here's a good point Mark brings up.
That's a part of Star Wars.
That's the lore that I want to watch.
Right.
They do a DNA test for him between him and Jar Jar
You are
Binks.
not the father.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! Turns out it was the Wookiee the whole time. But Mark points out with movies it's a little different because, well, first of all, you get like public opinion. Like once one person starts quoting something, everyone follows along, and then that's there's different cuts and releases of movies.
No, you're right.
But certain things like you don't change the name of it. Well, you do even change names of movies for certain regions of the world.
Right, but that's what I was kind of trying to say earlier. Like as far as like the companies go and brands go, like Jiffy peanut butter kind of turned to Jif. Maybe they just didn't want to say anything, and they just kind of snuck it in there as a rename, rebrand kind of thing.
Well, what about Kit Kat then? Okay, because Kit Kat, everyone thought that there was a dash between Kit Kat.
There wasn't a dash.
There's
it
never
was one word when I was
a Kit Kat.
like a
dash
whatchamacallit. It was like, have you ever heard the candy bars or whatchamacallit?
I've heard of it.
It's like, it's all crammed together. That's how I always know Kit Kat.
One word.
It's just one word. Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, yeah, one word, yeah.
I read that it was based off of a pub overseas.
Really?
And it had a dash in it, like Kit Kat's pub or something like that. So that's where that that it came from, or the idea for it. But there was a dash in the name of the pub, but there was never a dash in the actual name of the Kit Kat bar.
But no, there is a dash.
Is there?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, there's a dash. That's why. Or wait, was there a dash? There's a dash that was either before or now. But there's a dash.
For Kit Kat?
Yeah.
No.
There's a dash. I'm gonna Google it.
You go ahead and Google it. Gary.
Also, look up the Sons of the Lambs Club.
Yeah, look at
You
it.
can.
Yeah, I'll get on that one.
That don't mean the media hadn't changed it, and that's what I'm gonna get into in here in a minute.
IMDb bitches, right? Well, that's what I want to know. I want to know. Like, I want to know what the majority says. Like, what are the statistics of this? Oh, also, I know you looked this up too. The Bernstein Bears.
Or Berenstain.
Yeah.
Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, no, that should change.
Or no, Bernstein Bears. Like, they hated Jews.
I thought they were Jews.
Bernstein.
Apparently, I just
Berenstain.
the first source here I went to, the other effects. People think that September 11th was on the 10th.
Mhm. No.
What?
Is that really ever?
Maybe
Has anyone ever heard that?
That's gotta be fake.
Yeah, that can't be a real one.
There's a dash now? What the fuck?
That's an old one. Now it has
That's
no
old?
dash. Yeah, that's an old one. That's the new one. It has no dash now on the Kit Kat bars.
They're
Did you guys-
fucking with us.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Oh.
See, look at that one. Look at that one. Even that little mini one. The Halloween mini. Yeah.
Okay. Someone's fucking with us.
I think so.
Because when I just put in Kit Kat bar, it came up like that without the dash. But when I put in Kit Kat bar dash, the actual word, it comes up with the dash.
Because when I researched it, they said that when it was created, there was no dash in the label. And now there is.
Now I'm gonna start looking around when I'm at the store too to see if I can catch it.
That's crazy. We should, okay. We'll send some pictures to the Instagram.
Here's
and the Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a fucking weird one.
Hey, if you guys see it too in stores, let us know.
Yeah. Send us pictures.
Send us pictures. Let us know.
Here's a fucking weird one. An island west of Australia. Apparently, a lot of people remember an island being west of Australia that no longer appears on maps.
It was Southwest,
But
wasn't it?
no, just the west of what do you call it? It's not there anymore. But in the movie Dazed and Confused, if you look real quick, they show a picture of a map, and there's an island west of Australia on that one map. Apparently,
I have one of those old spinning globes. I might be able to see if it's online.
just check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, no, there's so much shit. What was the other one for Star Wars or C-3PO?
An all gold.
He has a silver leg. The rest of his body's gold, and he has one silver leg. Now he has a silver leg. He did not have a silver leg growing up. Like, you would notice that
never
shit.
saw him with a silver.
Yeah, he has a silver leg.
It's all gold.
I think it's all gold. I want to say, don't quote me on it, I want to say it's from the knee down, it's silver, but the rest of it is gold. And I've always known him as flat, straight gold.
Even the toys that they
Yes,
sold
thank
as
you.
kids was all gold.
They were
It was
all gold.
I remember because my brothers used to collect these. Remember those micro machines?
Yes.
Micro machines.
Kind of like the Hot Wheels, but they were smaller.
Yes, micro machines, but they're like Polly Pockets for boys.
Yes.
Oh, I love
Polly
that
Pockets.
So magnet, it just yes, dude, it was so awesome. Yes, I remember.
Yes.
They had all these little things, and they had.
See, and that's the thing, like things being changed constantly. And we are in the era of just so much technology and so much information, and we're given so much misinformation, and we're told, no, you're wrong, this is right.
Or
and it's being
you can
pushed.
look up whatever you want and think you're right, just because some other source is wrong,
Exactly.
and you're like, oh, this is true.
Yes. And this kind of like, I know.
Well, yeah, misinformed.
Yeah, misinformed
Sorry,
information, for fake news. It's fake news.
Oh.
It's gonna be great.
Have-
But it makes me think about that CIA project called Operation Mockingbird. And basically, Operation Mockingbird was put on by the CIA and the government. I know I've mentioned this movie quite a few times. It's called Network. If you watch Network, They Live, or if you read 1984, or if you've even seen the movie 1984, all of that will make so much sense, and
I
it's
wasn't
so
allowed to
relevant.
read the book in school. I have the book now. Damn it. Yes, please.
Okay.
I would
Well,
love that.
and they have the movie too if you want to get through faster. But because
Yeah.
books
Well,
like that,
I love reading.
I like reading.
Nice.
But it basically what it is CIA was working with mass media, our media here in the U.S. and some foreign media outlets, basically paying them off. The CIA, it kind of came out in the 70s that the CIA had been spending billions of dollars a year since before the 70s, which is an astronomical amount of money. I mean, I'm sure it was a different amount at that time. It might be what the ratio is, or the difference is for now, for what our dollars were. But basically, it was $1 billion to pay off news stations, reporters, TV anchors, to spread and sway opinions of people through propaganda during wartime.
Mm.
So there was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people they paid off. They had no limit and no cap and no restrictions on who they can recruit and hire. And they had no cap on their funding either. So they were just paying these media outlets, these news reporters, and newspapers to start talking about the war, especially the Iran war. What year was that?
Like during the
Iran-
Cold War, then.
The Iranian war? No,
Yeah, that was Cold War.
more recent one.
The Iraq War?
Maybe it was the Iraq war, not Iranian. I apologize.
Like we invaded, or was that when Russia invaded? Because
When
everybody.
when we invaded, because what had happened is it came out too that the project was still fucking going, and I'm sure it's still going to this day.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But it came out that they were hiring Americans that were over there to write articles and give statements as Iranian people, saying that they were for Americans being in their country and helping. And then it was put into our news media and fed to us so that we would think we're doing a good thing in their country when we're not. We're killing their people and destroying their shit for fucking oil for money.
I've seen NCIS. I'm sure a lot of you have seen NCIS.
Mhm.
Those sets, their news sets, look exactly the same as our local news sets that are like, we're showing footage from across the ocean, in other countries. You think we're that stupid?
You would be surprised with how many people actually believe a lot of this stuff, and we're the crazy people. But this stuff is declassified information from our government because they kind of have to tell us.
Well,
at some point.
what's crazy is that the government likes to use big, huge, gigantic words that uneducated people don't know
understand.
how to use or don't know what the fuck they fucking mean.
Or they try to double talk and dance around the truth, but they sound legit, but it's really not.
They
But it sounds
sound
great.
super smart. They
great.
sound smart as fuck.
Yeah.
But nobody knows what the fuck they're saying. Nobody knows what these big ass words mean.
Yeah. And it was just,
Which brings me to my list. I encourage you, I know this has nothing really to do with our show, but I don't know, I guess it kind of does. I write down words whenever I'm reading something. If I don't know what a word means, I write it down. Because I don't want to be tricked.
right.
When people are trying to use big words against me or whatever, I want to learn it. I want to understand what it means for myself.
Right.
I'm not going to let anyone tell me this is what it is. And the more you know on your own, the easier it's going to be for you. That's just my thing. I don't know if that was complete. That's kind of cool.
No, it's not.
I encourage you guys to look up words.
Educate yourself.
Educate yourself
On many different ways. In many different ways, educate yourself. Because knowledge is power, and we're at the age where we have, a lot of it is misinformation, like I said. You have to really dig in and look into what you're interested in. Make sure that you're getting the right facts. But we do implore you guys to educate yourself. A lot of shit's happening in the world. It's fucked up.
And this show actually does a wonderful service for us. We actually are informed on things that are going on, and also things that have happened in the past.
No.
even small cases that nobody would even think to look up. Just like, little killers here and there that unfortunately it happened, but it also is part of our history. It's good to know that these things happened and kind of find out things about the country at that point in time. What was going on then? Why did this person get away with it? And why did this person not get away with it during this time frame?
Yeah, or trying to understand patterns between people who do the same things.
Yeah.
Helps us understand humans better and, little clicks that don't seem right.
100%, yeah.
Well, the best we can, because I don't even think they know what's going on with these people. These people don't even know what's wrong with them. We're just trying to learn as we go along.
I know. Also, we drink on this show too. So.
Sometimes you just got it.
We got a lot of talking about.
We got another really good Mandela effect here, though. Mark says he remembers when Ariel was white. Oh.
Oh my God.
That was a funny
No,
one.
there's another one. Sinbad.
Oh, yeah, the Shazam.
Okay, so Shazam. A lot of people think that Sinbad, the comedian, had a show called Shazam or a movie.
He
That's it was
Yes, he
after
did.
it was after that whole thing came out. Like it was later on in life that he actually did. Okay, so Sinbad.
I know he says he doesn't, but my brother and I very much remember Kazam and Shazam because we're like, this is basically the same fucking movie.
Okay, no. There was Kazam,
Which was
with
Shaq.
Shaq, and he was the genie, but Sinbad did Shazam, like his comedy special or like a comedy type thing later on after all this stuff came about.
Good.
I
You were,
remember Shazam and Kazam. I remember both movies.
there is no Shazam. There's the
Because CIA got you to that.
There
I don't
was no, he came out later on and he did something like kind of making light of the fact that people thought he had a movie out there called Shazam.
Yeah, he was screwing with people.
But he was dressed up for a review of the movie called Eye of the Tiger, which came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
It was a stop motion film that he was dressed up for to give commentary on. And so that's why everyone thought that he made this movie, but apparently he didn't. So I don't know. That's what everyone's coming up with. So what do you guys think? What are your conclusions?
What do you call it?
Or thoughts or everything on this?
Everyone here is getting Mandela. Poor Richard
Oh,
remembers.
by the way, yes, please give us the name for this beautiful little creature.
Yeah,
We have Enrique up here.
And we got Enrique Jr.
Enrique Jr. needs an actual name. We're not going to call him Enrique Jr. If the winner of the best name for this guy gets a poster of each of us. Yes. By the way.
Well, Richard said he'd been Mandela as well. He remembered getting paid, but then his bank account said no, he didn't get paid. He didn't get paid.
CIA got you too, dude.
Yeah. There's a really good one right here. The man from Tord.
Yes, the tank. Okay.
No, not the tank. Tord is a man in the 50s who landed in Tokyo International Airport claiming to be from a non-existent country. Tord.
He had the language and it was like he was pointing on the map and it wasn't there anymore.
Wait, like Peter Tord?
No, he could talk.
No.
No, he could talk to everybody, but he had legal, proper passport, paperwork, driver's license, all from official country of Tord that does not exist. Never existed in U.S. or in world history. And then the next day he disappeared on them without any trace.
Yeah, because what had happened was they had caught him up in the airport, police at the airport. They caught him up in the airport. He was like kind of baffled, like what the fuck's going on. He's like, I'm from here, and they're like, what? And he goes to point to it on the map, and it was like named something different, or it just wasn't there anymore. And he's like, no, I'm from here. It should be right here. We speak this language. We did this and that. And they kind of held him, but the next day he was gone.
Yeah.
They had him in custody, and he was gone.
What do you guys think about people saying, I know we don't
But
have
wouldn't
that
that go
much
into
time.
time traveling though?
I don't think that's time travel. I think that's alternate universe thing. Like when they fold over each other and something goes wrong, goes hibbity jibbity, and you can kind of see between the two universes. So he just landed in the wrong airport. Same airport in his world, maybe Tokyo International.
Oh, they're out in
But
Texas.
when he landed in ours, it's like, oh shit! Now my world, my home country is no longer in this universe.
Right.
So something then happened the next day where he was put back where he needed to be.
Huh.
So
Okay.
that's what I think happened to him, and what happened with your Shazam movie, which has never been a real movie.
It was a real movie.
I think you just are a little racist, Joe, and just got.
Okay. Keep it going.
Quick,
You know I gotta drive you home, right?
Mofos, what do you guys think about people saying, aside from those that are like, oh no, we're embarrassed that it happened, people that are saying that the Holocaust didn't happen.
Oh,
That sort of Mandela effect.
I think that's more
Because
propaganda.
Yeah, I do too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think that's more propaganda.
Some people are saying like there was no trace of any of this stuff happening around us.
I did see some videos where
But
they
then
were
other people are like, yeah, it was right there. How do you not see it?
right.
And
Maybe
the
that's
other-
alternate universe stuff like blending over.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
of course some people are scared. Of course, like they're terrified. But and so they're gonna not even acknowledge that this is happening because I remember seeing on several documentaries where the Americans came and liberated the camps and they're like telling civilians, how do you not smell this rotting flesh?
Yeah.
How the fuck do
Burning.
you not see this?
Hmm.
Are you fucking crazy? Like,
Hmm.
that's the guilt, you know? Like,
Right.
and the fear of being like, if I say something, if I speak out against anyone, I'm gonna be whatever. But then there are those that say, like, that never happened. Like, that's not in our history. Like, we don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
Like, it didn't even touch them. They're like, what? So, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Like, we can touch on that in depth maybe later, but
Yeah, that's a
I'm
big
actually
one.
curious, to see like comments here and there to lead up to that. And if you have some points, maybe we can discuss it on another episode for sure.
Or maybe we can do another live stream and just have a chat on.
Yeah, just
topic.
a chat.
The
A
coffee.
chat. I
That was pretty
appreciate
fun.
everyone, by the way,
Yes.
stopping by on our random coffee chat this morning. That was really fun. I think we're gonna do a lot more of those.
That was a lot of fun. I liked going downtown
Yeah.
and getting a coffee and just hanging out where it was really
You
nice.
know, and it
talking to
felt
you guys.
more personal.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you are probably at work and you can't really indulge too much late in the evening because you're gonna get up and get ready. But
You know,
Mm.
you got families and stuff you gotta deal with. You're tired.
even
Yeah.
if you're not watching us during the day, maybe you might be able to stick in your earpiece later and listen to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Just
Just let us know maybe if there's something you'd like to talk to us about or then go to talk about on our next coffee adventure.
Now, a couple of these Mandela effects, I definitely feel are just people, like when a meme spreads too much, and all of a sudden everyone knows, like the guy who
Right.
did the salt shit,
the telephone
you know,
game.
yeah. and then everyone just kind of believes it to be truth, even though it's completely wrong.
Do that for us.
What can we get? What can we do and trick the entire world? Like, did you know that Johnny Depp was actually Jonathan Depp
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's not
Until someone finally, like, we ruined someone's life by doing that. Like, did you know Joe thinks that Shaq?
He's actually
and-
like a redneck from Kentucky or some shit.
Oh my word!
Where is he
I'm
from?
not even joking. Like Johnny Depp, he's a Native American, like redneckish dude from back east.
I could believe that. Like, he looks like it, just with scarves.
Well,
Like,
there's a conspiracy
backwater,
theory with that.
like he's not.
Hodunky.
Yeah.
There is a conspiracy theory with Johnny Depp, though, actually, too. He used to own the Viper Room in LA. Which is a very
Yeah, and
popular
he doesn't
nightclub.
now because people died. Because
Yeah.
people
Well, that was
coke and
that was
All
the deal. River Phoenix, who is Joaquin Phoenix, one of
supposedly
younger
his best friend Ben.
Brother. Yeah.
Yeah. He did a little too much, or something happened. He ended up dying in the club one night with Johnny Depp and River Venus, his girlfriend was there, but supposedly she was kind of into Johnny Depp too, so kind of like she's not
I think it's probably just all coincidence because they're all hot.
doing too.
They're all doing drugs.
Yeah.
They're all fucking drunk.
And-
They're all in a place where it's like you gotta be special to
But-
the end. Like
Yeah,
I think
that's
they just got caught at the next time.
But here's something for you though. Is it a little bit of a thinker maybe?
10 bit.
What if he sold his soul and had to kill River Phoenix in order to get
you'd only get like
Kind of like Lady Gaga, where she had to kill
that
her.
girl?
That girl she was
Yes.
friends with.
And the mom was like, no, this was my daughter's shit, and she died, and Lady
She
Gaga
stole
took
it
her
all, and
shit.
now she's famous. Oh my
Yes,
God, we have
that's
to
old
do that.
shit too. That's
All right.
super old.
We
The
have
only-
to do that next
So
time.
I'm just saying.
I want to hear more about that. Yeah.
I'm just saying, as a tinker, I know there's conspiracy theory, but
September,
Shit.
bitches. We don't have all of our topics planned out yet.
No.
So if you have any topics you would like us to bring up this September, we will
Message
absolutely do it. And also, yeah, we will be talking about some of these celebrity conspiracies.
Yeah.
That would be a cool one.
Love
Here,
that shit.
a couple of things about River Phoenix though. If you sacrifice him, you only get like 4 more years of fame. He's not worth very much.
well, I mean, he just gave
Um,
that boost for the first few years, and then Johnny was just like, bam, I got
Myself.
this shit.
But actually, River Phoenix and Joaquin Phoenix grew up in the Children of God.
They did. They were in a
Cult.
cult family.
He was messed up pretty bad. So him doing drugs and being that famous, like
Uh-huh.
going from horrible abuse as a child to fame and fortune,
Yeah, no,
you
I
could
can
see
that too.
the correlation of him doing
Mental
it to himself,
illness kinda
you know,
gets
like-
into addiction and
Grew up in
shit.
a family like that too.
We all handle it.
Am I gonna be famous?
you better.
Dude.
God, we scored, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Thanks, Mother Did.
Oh my God.
Nothing.
I am ending this.
No, but
I don't need therapy. I'm gonna be famous, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
like, follow, subscribe. That's what I'm saying.
We have one more name.
Let's pick the name.
Let's see. Richard, throw a few of them out there. Boozy, Jin, Dickbag, Eddie, and Art.
I like Art.
I like art too.
I like
But I
Boozy.
kind of like Eddie.
Eddie's my dad's name. So
Uh,
we call him, well, his name is Edward, but we call him
Because
Edward.
Eddie reminds me of Eddie Valiant from Roger Rabbit.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
We also have, if not Rupert, then Lizzie.
Thin Lizzie.
Thin
We're
Lizzie.
like a band, isn't it?
Cool.
Liz.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your little guy. You
You
picked a wiener.
You
picked a
guys-
wiener. It's your
You guys could name it Frankie, so he's always here.
Fuck no.
Enrique was my baby, and I named him, so that's her baby. She's got to name
I agree.
him. That's a name of better.
I don't know. I kind of like Eddie. Who picked Eddie?
That's Richard Nettleton.
You fucking win everything. Get out of here. No, it's- So you picked Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Richard. You are the winner of 2 autograph posters from myself and Lauren. Congratulations. And thank you for watching us, okay? And thank you everybody else participating as well. Sorry you didn't pick Eddie, but if 2 people would have picked Eddie, you both would have won.
I like. Okay, you know what's weird? I like weird old timey like 40s style names for
Like
guys. It's
Kurt
so funny.
and
Like
Kurt.
Joey.
You're Joey over here.
Joseph. Frankie. Eddie.
I like your face.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
We're done.
Yeah, you guys, I'm cutting you guys
Don't
off.
forget to follow, subscribe, hit that notification button so you never miss a live stream from YouTube. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well to catch other things that you won't find on YouTube or any of the other sites that are completely different. Again, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you on the next round, goals. Bye, dudes.
Yeah.